Meet Mr. Thompson, a math teacher. He wants to use technology to deliver personalized learning to every student, but the technology he has doesn't work well together, often requiring multiple logins. For example, if he wants to plan a lesson on polynomials, he opens a browser to check his student roster, which may not be up to date, to view a state-issued summative assessment of how his students performed in math the previous year. Next, he opens ABC Learning, his district's formative assessment system, to see how his students performed last quarter. He generates another report with 1, 2, 3 math, but has to customize a separate report due to data entry errors, leaving him with 4 printed reports to give him an overall view of how each of his students is doing. To find content for his polynomials unit, he searches for relevant lessons in 1, 2, 3 Math and Math Planner, looks at content suggestions from his formative assessment solution and his teacher portal, and searches for lessons with Schmoogle. He also looks at his classroom algebra textbook. After all this, he copies and pastes what he finds into a Word document. Mr. Thompson teaches in a Common Core state, so now he looks at how each of these lessons are tagged to see if they are Common Core aligned. His textbooks predate the Common Core, so he has to do extra work to ensure his assessments are all in alignment. And the content tags in the online resources he used don't apply content tags in the same way, so Mr. Thompson makes a best guess as to whether or not remainder theorem and remainder theory both refer to the same topic. What's more, he's not sure if all the tools he's looked at are the same format or if they will work together. Mr. Thompson has spent hours developing 3 lessons that are well suited for his students, but he's already short on time. Maybe next week he should just reuse last year's lesson plan. Imagine a solution that would streamline all of these tools into one easy-to-use interface that was already aligned to the Common Core. The Shared Learning Collaborative, or SLC, is creating a set of shared data services that enable teachers to access all of these resources through a single login, providing actionable student data, historical views of how students have performed, links to suggested content, and even personal development resources, in case Mr. Thompson needs to brush up on a concept. Using a portal, Mr. Thompson will be able to access all of the data, resources, and tools he needs in one place, all designed to work together, saving him time so he can focus his energy on teaching. And these resources can be updated over time as his state or district purchases new learning management and educational tools. The SLC technology is composed of 5 interconnected components. First, Mr. Thompson will have access to a single sign-in that groups together all of the tools he needs, including identity management and different levels of access. He'll also have access to student enrollment and roster data from a data store that will be continuously updated across the tools he's using. The data store will give Mr. Thompson access to all available student achievement data, like test scores, course assessments, even homework assignments and portfolio work. Now that he has the data, Mr. Thompson needs to find content and create lesson plans, so he'll use the Learning Map authoring tools. There's no shortage of content, but currently it's hard to find, organize, and search content looking for the needle in the haystack. With SLC Shared Data Services, whatever content Mr. Thompson is teaching, the tools he uses can help him identify options for what to teach next. And thanks to the Learning Registry Index tagging system, he can be confident that the content will align to the Common Core and state objectives. The SLC services must be able to 1. Ingest data, and 2. Provide access to relevant content. The SLC services are designed to ingest all the types of data that Mr. Thompson's state and district already collect. That includes state data warehouses, classroom-level data, and staff and HR data to govern data security and permissions. With better and more consistent tagging, content will be more reliably and accurately described so that search engines can find it. Consequently, Mr. Thompson will have an easier way to search and locate both content that his school, district, or state has already bought and the universe of content and courseware available online. Through tagging, Mr. Thompson can conduct a finely tuned search for the content that meets its exact specifications. Under the status quo, lesson planning requires a lot of steps and slows down Mr. Thompson's effort to personalize education. The SLC's approach takes advantage of all the tools and information that states and districts already have, but streamlines the process to support better outcomes for students, save teachers time, and give them unfettered access to the assets their systems already invest in through usable student data that can be used in context, that is connected to more powerful educational tools and content, and that will help make personalized education a reality for every student.